Hey guys, what's up? My name is Star Levels Up, and today I figured I'd do something a little bit different on the channel. Today I thought, why don't I just bring you around and show you all of my nerdy little collection that I have. I've got some figurines, some plushies, some manga, just a couple of anime, you guys name it. I'm going to show it to you here today, actually. So I thought maybe I should start doing some anime and manga recommendations on the channel. I didn't know if any of you would be interested in that. So if you have any recommendations for anime or manga that you think I should check out, maybe react to on the channel, leave a link or a comment down below. And if you share any common interests with me, let me know down below also. Maybe we can talk about it. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just gonna flip the camera around and show you guys some of my stuff. So first off, over here, we have this cute little Alice decal. She's made of metal. She was given to me by a friend. It's not necessarily nerdy or anything, but I do love Alice in Wonderland, so I have her. Next, we're going to go ahead and start down at the bottom. I got this Big Daddy. Everyone knows what Big Daddies are from at this point, so I'm not even going to talk about that. And then I have this little Alice in Wonderland pencil bag. Again, I just love Alice in Wonderland. I know it's not very nerdy. Underneath that, I have this cute companion cube. Guys, I love companion cubes, and I love Portal, and I cannot stress this enough. Portal is one of my favorite games ever, and I am a little bit ashamed to admit it. Portal 1 is the first game I ever beat completely 100% by myself. But you can see behind the companion cube, I've got a Soul Eater manga, I've got The Cat Returns, Corpse Bride, Howl's Moving Castle, The Witcher. Behind The Witcher, I've got Yu Yu Hakusho, Into the Woods, Eden of the East, which is so good. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend that you go watch it. I got Spirited Away. Oh, you can't see it. Spirited Away. Final Fantasy Advent Children, Princess Mononoke. Castle in the Sky. Oh, that's The Sims 3. And The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Also, I love The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So if you guys haven't read that, I definitely recommend you read it. The whole series is really good. It's very different from the movie, I have to say. Sorry, I'm just putting things back where they were. Putting my companion cube back before we go on with the tour. Next, I've got all these Persona 3 cards because Persona 3 is my favorite of the games, and I recommend it so much. I love Persona 3 Portable, to be specific, because you can play as a female protag, and that helps me get into the game, and I'm very sad to say that, you know, Persona 3 Portable is the only one you can play as a female protag. Come on, Atlas. Make another one. Even if you just make 4 or 5. I would be cool with 4 or 5 if I could play as a female. Back behind that, you'll also notice I got some Dungeons & Dragons book. I'm actually a DM. I used to DM for some friends, but I haven't done it in a long time. I'd like to get back into it. We'll see if that ever happens. Then I have this cute little Foxy cup that I mostly just use for pens because it's very uncomfortable to drink out of. And lots of books. Then up here, I have my favorite chocolate ever. Not a sponsor. I've got my Ocarina. There's a blue Xbox controller because it's my favorite color. I used to use it. I don't have an Xbox anymore, but it is my favorite color, so I keep it. And then I have this little Game Boy. It's mostly just for show at this point because we don't play it anymore. I've got a Switch and I've got a DS, but you know, it's still cool to have. And then we're gonna go up here. We've got this manga called Toyo Game. I haven't read this one yet. It just sounded really interesting because it's a game about people dying, and it just sounded like a really cool kind of Danganronpa kind of thing. So I'll let you know how it goes. Then I've got the Persona 3 manga next to Dara. Dara is one that I watched first, and then got into the light novels because they're not technically manga. But I did love it, and it's actually what turned me on to Bacano. So if you haven't seen or read Bacano, I definitely recommend it. It's kind of hard to read Bacano. Only some of the books have made it to America in English. But definitely get your hands on a copy of the DVD. I actually have one. I'll show you it later on. It's downstairs. Then we've got Alice in the Country of Hearts. We've got some Hellsing. Actually, yeah. My Hellsing was signed. Fun fact. We've got, let me put this up real quick. We've got Biz and Gas, which was one of my favorite series ever. I'm missing a couple of books, but it's really good. It's more obscure. I actually found it at the local library when I was like 12, and I've loved it ever since. Then we got Magical Girl Apocalypse, which somehow manages to make cute, adorable magical girls the creepiest shit ever. And next to that, as you can already see, my entire collection of Case Closed is 1 through 10, and then I have 41, 61, and 62. I'm trying to collect them all. I've spent roughly $3 to $5 on each of these, and I had to stop because I wasted so much money. I wouldn't necessarily call it a waste, though, because I do want to own them all, but anyone that knows Case Closed knows that that's basically impossible. There are so many. But number 1 has Jimmy on the back, and he's my favorite and the reason I love the series. And the fun thing about that is that I have it signed by Jerry Jewell, Jimmy Kudo himself, and that just makes me very happy. He's just so cool. I love Jimmy Kudo. There are a lot of Kaito fans these days because Kaito is getting a kind of reboot. But, you know, I'll always be true to Jimmy. I think Kaito's really cool, though. And then I have this little gun from Captain Harlock, if anyone knows what that is. And then up top here, I've got the Five Nights at Freddy's book. I've got another Maid-sama, a Hatsune Miku book, and Sword Art Online. The first and second seasons were okay of Sword Art Online, but after that it kind of gets real iffy, and it's like, meh. Then at the very top here, I've got a Sans plush from Undertale and a Tao Kaka plush from Blaze Blue, and this really pretty Legend of Zelda vase, and inside of it is the yellow flower that I actually used to cosplay Mary from Ib or Ebe, however you want to pronounce it. So good. I told you they're my favorite. I couldn't resist. For those of you who are curious, The Cat Returns is actually my favorite Studio Ghibli movie. And I have it here. It's a really old copy. I've had it for quite a few years now. But I just love it to pieces. Okay, we're going to go downstairs now and we're going to look at the rest of my stuff. It's a bit dark down here. I didn't turn on any lights. Just the living room light, so bear with me, it's a bit dark. This is my living room. I've got these nice space canvases. We're going to start over here. So it's R2-D2. And then I have a cute little Harley Quinn with a hyena. I have Pikachu, Raichu, and Charmeleon. It's actually not Charmander. He's too red, and when you open him up, he's like a Matryoshiko doll, however you pronounce that. When you open him up, Charmander is actually inside, so you can tell the difference. Got the hoverboard from Back to the Future. Little Mr. Rogers back there. The Planet Express ship. And behind that is my Bendy and the Ink Machine characters. I've got Boris, the Ink Demon, Alice Angel, who is my favorite, and Bendy himself. And then we go up, and we got Han Solo in front of another Harley Quinn. Another companion cube. Guys, like I said, the companion cubes are my favorite. Some Five Nights at Freddy's characters. There's the Fallout guy, bobblehead. Vault Boy. Forgot his name for a second. Another Harley Quinn, a Mangled. Oh, there's Vanellope back there. You can't really see her. I got some more Five Nights at Freddy's, another Harley Quinn. And then Ron Swanson next to Miku Hatsune in Zenbon Sakura. And Doctor Strange, who is holding Utao up from Shugachara. That's an anime I actually haven't seen, but a friend of mine has told me everything about it. And this is the character that she thought I would like the most, other than the main character, of course. Then we got some more Fallout stuff. Just a couple of these. Right next to Chell, a defective turret, and another companion cube. If you guys love companion cubes as much as me, let me know. I have so many theories that I want to talk about, like the theory about how there are actually people inside of them. So, like I said, let me know in the comments down below. I'll reply. Then I've got a little star drop from Stardew Valley, a couple of Miku's back there is a plush, and then in front of that is one of the figurines. Next to those Miku's, I have the really detailed square necks version. Another friend of mine got me her, and she is beautiful. And I've got this cute little Pokeball vial. And I actually made this Rubian pot. I hand sewed that, and the pot, it looks like a clay pot, but it's actually glass, which is very much harder to do than you would expect. And you can see Captain Picard back there, just a little bit. Then we're gonna go down here where I've got a little Sailor Saturn. She's in the dark by herself, so it's kind of hard to see her. A friend of mine got me her. I've never actually seen Sailor Moon either. I want to, but at the time when it was airing, I was more into Inuyasha, and I actually didn't even know Sailor Moon existed. I'd only had basic cable, I think, so I'd never seen it before. Over here we have a little Aegis from Persona 3. Again, it is my absolute favorite. I've never opened her out of the box for fear of losing her little parts. So she just sits in there. Then I've got this whole bucket of D&D dice. That's actually extras. I have my own special set that I keep separated. This is just a little thing full of random little keychains. Like that's Hanzo that I used to have on my phone. There's a Pokeball. I took all the keychains off and put them in here so I wouldn't lose them. Then over here we have Vi, Caitlyn, and Jinx from League of Legends. I actually cosplayed Vi once. It was pretty good. I didn't make the hands though, and they were very painful. At the end of the day, when I took them off, my hands were uncontrollably shaking from having carried them around, and I couldn't stop. It lasted for a whole day. Behind her, we have the ghouls from Tokyo Ghoul. There's Kaneki, and I forgot her name. I think it's Toka. It's been a long time since I've seen Tokyo Ghoul. And then next to them, I have Sango with her boomerang and Kirara. Then in front here, look who we've got. It's a Jimmy Kudo, looking all attractive, with a little Harley Hartwell right below him. Then next to that, I've got a tiny Tina. Of course I do, because she's like my spirit animal. And next to her is another Jimmy Kudo, but this one is also signed by Jerry Jewell, just like the manga I have upstairs. Next to him, we have a giant Harley Quinn that was bought in a comic shop by some friends for my birthday. She's missing the smoke in front of her gun, and one of her little hat danglies is missing from moving, but I still love her, and I do have the pieces. I just need to glue them back on. Next to her is a Rin. She's all by herself without a Len. I'd never bought him. And next to them is a Conan, which is also signed by Jerry Jewell, because even though Conan is voiced by somebody else, he does voice Conan's inner thoughts. And next to that Conan is another Conan. You guys, my obsession with case closed is stupid. But yeah, that's all I have figures-wise. I do also have some posters, so let's get those laid out. And we'll take a look. Alright guys, I've got them all laid out, so we're going to start from this side first. Case closed poster. And it is signed. Not by Jerry Jewell though. Underneath that is a Miraculous Ladybug poster that someone drew at a con. Below that is a Sesshomaru and Rin poster from Inuyasha. And then next to that, I have this other fantastic artwork from a convention of Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's. And another fantastic art piece of Star-Lord. I got it at another convention. Actually, I got all of these at a convention. I don't know why I keep saying that. Most of them, if not all. I got Sans. This piece was just really well drawn. The plushie upstairs was given to me by a friend, and this was also given to me by the same friend. I do like Undertale, and I did have like a mini moment where I just loved Sans' character. I wasn't like that crazy fangirl that you all know about, but I liked the idea of him and I wanted to know his backstory. That's about it. But this piece was done so well and it was so pretty that like I couldn't pass it up, and then I talked myself out of it, and then my friend bought it for me. Then I have this Death the Kid poster, which was signed by Tad Habercorn up there in the right hand corner. And another Case Closed poster. This one actually has Jimmy on it. Technically twice. And a Persona 3 poster, because again, it is my favorite. And last but not least, we have a Bacano poster that was signed by Jerry Jewell again. So that's all the characters, the main characters in Bacano. This poster actually was not set very well. It's hard to find merchandise for Bacano online. So when I found this poster, I immediately bought it. It's folded, that's why the faces look weird. But whoever made it didn't actually set it very well, and my friend was cleaning the wall and she sprayed some cleaner on it, or like some water, and it just started to run. But it's okay, it kind of gives the piece some charm. It's definitely one of a kind now, I would say. So I don't mind so much. It didn't affect the signature, so I'm okay. That's almost everything I wanted to show you guys. I do actually have that DVD copy of Bacano, so I'm going to take you over to my little shelf that's down here and show you that, because it is also signed. Alright, so we're coming over here. Oh, I just have to show you. Yeah. Alright, so we've got some games. Fallout New Vegas, Oblivion. But what I came here to show you was not Pan's Labyrinth, but I do also have that. Down here. This is my copy of Persona 3. It's signed by one of the main antagonists, Takaya. I've had this for so many years, and I will never ever get rid of it. But this is what I came here to show you. This is my Bacano DVD. It's signed by so many people. But the main important one to me is this was also signed by Jerry Jewell. It's on the back. Yeah. So we're just going to put that back. I also have Corpse Bride down here. I have Corpse Bride in 2 different places, so, you know. Dynasty Warriors 5 Extreme Legends is the best Dynasty Warriors game. I will fight you over it because they have one mode that I adore over anything else. But I like the fact that you can play the rest of the game with it. And, I mean, if anyone wants to talk about that, I will talk about that. So, yeah, to explain why I have so many of Jerry Jewell's signatures, I went to a convention that he was actually at. And I had to go because he was going, because he voices Jimmy, and Jimmy's my favorite. And I went and saw him all 3 days, because there's a limit of things you can bring for him to sign. I think it's like 3 things. I went all 3 days. I got other friends to hold my things for me to get them signed. I was just so excited. He probably thought I was a creep, because I literally saw him all 3 days. I'm kind of sorry, but I'm not sorry. I was so excited. He's a big inspiration to me. I know it should be female voice actresses that are inspirations for me, but Jerry Jewell is my biggest inspiration. I don't know what else I can say. I love Jimmy Kudo. He's my favorite. He is my #1 husbando or waifu. Like, waifu is more fun to say, but I know the correct term is husbando. But he's my #1. And I don't have a #2. There's nobody that I could pick that'd be like, yeah, him. No, it's just Jimmy. Anyway, that's been all of my fun stuff. Let me know if you guys have any similar interests. Let me know if you're also obsessed with companion cubes or Jimmy Kudo. I will fight you over Jimmy. I will. No, I won't. Anyway, that's all the time I have left for this video, you guys. Leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you like this kind of thing. I've been thinking of branching out and doing different content. Because the games, I know you guys like them, but it's not getting as much attention, and there are other fun things that I want to do, so I figured why not just give them a try. This is step 1, so let me know if you liked it. Let me hear your voice. Other than that, I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.